Alright guys, the first game is going to get underway. TaeJa versus goswser1, our first best of 3 of the day. This is the quarterfinals. For both of these players, this is the first and last game of the day, because if the loser will be out, obviously. The winner will move on to the semifinals, which will be played tomorrow, as well as the grand finals. So very important game here. I'm pretty sure, I think the top 2 gets money, so they will not have won money for sure if they qualify, if they make it to the next round, but they will at least get the points, at least some points, to maybe qualify for the final event, which will have the most money out of all the events.
Right, so here we are on Whirlwind. Should I do the introductions?
Go ahead.
Alright, so spawning at the top left is the red Terran playing for Team Liquid. It is, of course, TaeJa. And his opponent at the top right, spawning as the teal Zerg, playing for Team Millennium. It is, of course, goswser1. Now, the map is Whirlwind. This is game number 1 of a best of 3 between these 2 players. So I wonder what we'll get.
Is this really teal?
I'm pretty sure that's teal. It's just a little bit lighter than standard blue, so...
Alright. TaeJa is going to go for a depot by his ramp, by the looks of it. And have you seen TaeJa play yesterday?
No, I did not.
He played in Team Story Cup and in this Gigabyte Cup, and he beats a lot of good players. I was very, very impressed. In the Team Story Cup, I think he won against Zenio, and in the Gigabyte Cup, he won against Hyun and then against Fist. And every single game that he plays against Zerg, he seems to go for this depot followed by a barracks at his ramp. So I guess it must be pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. And also, TaeJa did qualify for WCS EU in the first qualifier. So right now, that kid is on fire.
goswser1 wants to go for the hat first. Or actually, is he going for a drone scout?
I really like a drone scout, to be honest. Like, we've been seeing it a lot more, and it looks like the drone scout is going in the right direction. No, actually, it's going cross first, so goswser1 users can be very late getting the scout.
Let's see with his overlord where TaeJa is.
Yeah, that's true.
I think if you go for a hatch first, it's pretty smart to go for a drone scout as well, because you don't want to get 2 racks and die immediately.
And especially with all the the Reaper openings that we're getting, I think it's mainly for that. But I really do like it. It's kind of like against as Protoss, you'll see sometimes a hatch first, but they also drone scout to make sure there's no forge or anything like that. I really like the decision making behind it.
Alright, goswser1, he's got his hatchery underway, he's gone for his spawning pole behind this, no gas just yet. Yesterday we saw Hyun go for the quick speed in every single game, but goswser1 is going to be playing differently here, as he hasn't made a single gas just yet. He's gonna pull back his overlord right above this statue over here. This kind of looks like the guy in Prometheus in the ship or something, you know? It's pretty funny.
Just a little bit, yeah.
And TaeJa went for the 1 racks command center. Behind this, he's going to go for the double refinery, so we should be seeing a pretty quick factory. He's actually supply block here for some time. Not gonna last too long, as he does finish a second depot. TaeJa gets the good scout on goswser1, but he has to be careful not to stay too long in there. 2 Zerglings are about to come out. TaeJa is gonna leave on time, not to lose his SCV, which he can hide on the map if he wants to. But I guess
definitely.
It's not Protoss versus Zerg. Like Aster, once you've seen the expansion, you don't really need to scout for a quick third, because Zergs will almost never do it.
Exactly. And this SCV will get home to survive. Now, TaeJa did get his double gas. He is nearly at 100, so I think he's going to go for probably a factory. And based on the barracks moving, it looks like it will. So there it is, reactor onto the barracks. And I'd imagine this is going to be a Hellion, not a Widowmine follow-up.
But TaeJa is still mining 3+3 out of both of his refineries. Could we see a Banshee here? I think there is a good chance, because he wouldn't need to basically be gathering that much gas if he wanted to go for a pretty quick third command center, which Terrence have been doing a lot of. Actually, he might... Okay, no, he goes for another factory. He had about 400 minerals, so I thought this was going to be a command center, but no. He goes for the extra factory. We might see a big, heavy Hellion play here. And goswser1, he goes for the pretty quick third, so if he over drones here and plays unsafe, this might be over very quickly. There's not going to be any room for mistakes here.
Definitely. Now, the barracks is floating towards the second factory. I think that's going to be a tech lab, to you for maybe Blue Flame upgrade if he's going for this many Hellions. And it is a tech lab, so do you think this is going to be something like 12, 14 Hellions and a massive run by, all the drones get blitzed?
Yeah, it could be. He could actually, I mean, TaeJa, he could know about goswser style, which a lot of the time will be that 4 queen and lots of drones style with creep spread and a little bit of unsafe play, I would say. goswser is one of those Zergs that likes to drone a lot and very rarely do roaches aggression. So against him, I think it could be a very good build, what TaeJa is doing with lots of Hellions, the Blue Flame, and possibly a huge run by or attack later on.
Yeah, really good. And the third base compared to the natural isn't really that close. Fair enough, you kind of have the ramps that meet, but if you force the units to split, it's really going to force goswser to split his units and react perfectly. Otherwise, he could just have a really big roasted mineral line.
And TaeJa right now is walled off his ramp completely with a couple depots. The one bunker filled with Marines. He's actually going to start hiding a couple Hellions back at home. Still producing them 3x3 thanks to the reactor. Ooh. And he tried to take a look at the third base. He saw it was there. He saw there was 2 roaches in position ready to deny any kind of aggression. But I mean, 2 roaches against lots of Hellions are not going to do well later on if TaeJa chooses to go for a huge run by. And he's going to hide the remainder of his new Hellions that are being produced right now.
Definitely. We do have a Baneling nest, so if goswser does get some Banelings out and has a good connection, he could shut this down really fast. There is the 3rd and 4th gas being taken, a double armory just now getting dropped as well, and a 3rd base in production for TaeJa. So he's looking, of course, to take this to a later game. This isn't just a quick attack that he's hoping will end the game.
13 Hellions out on the map right now. And TaeJa is going to move towards the 3rd base of goswser. Actually, between the natural and the 3rd, there is a really nice creep spread. goswser should be able to identify what this is, but he does not move his units to try and block those Hellions. Those Hellions are going to get into the natural of goswser, and the barbecue will begin.
Oh, he surrounds a lot of the Hellions with the drones, but of course they do get taken down. Blue Flame is now done. It is revealed, and all the drones getting taken out. So far there have been 20. There are 4 left running into the main. This is enough to still one-shot drones, so he's lining them up. He's getting more kills. And no Hellions have died in the main yet. 28 more going down.
God, 30 drones have been killed so far in this game. TaeJa enjoying some barbecue here. He's just done so much damage. How do you come back from there as goswser? He's actually he was on 41 drones to 50 SCVs, and now he's just remade a huge batch of drones. He's going to find himself on 51 drones against 50 SCVs, but with that 3rd orbital coming, that the 1-1 upgrade for those mech units by TaeJa, he's going to find himself in a great position. He's adding on 3 extra factories. He's finally getting his first starport, and more Hellions around the 3rd base of goswser are ready to inflict some more damage if needed.
Definitely, and now he has tanks, so he's safe back at home if goswser produced a lot of units and went to go attack all in, stuff like that. TaeJa would have a good, he'd defend it pretty easily. A few more drones getting killed, only about 7, but a lot of damage dealt to the rest of them in the 3rd base. So
38 drones have been killed this game, which is a ridiculous number.
Another 9 being produced right now, and a lot of upgrades getting dropped for goswser. We have the +1 melee attack, carapace, baneling speed, and roach speed. So his core army at the moment got some decent upgrades, but TaeJa's follow-up is going to be so hard to stop.
And goswser is only trying to make drones right now, nothing else. He's upgrading baneling speed, roach speed, but I mean, he doesn't have many units, and he's not going to be able to inflict any damage to TaeJa anytime soon. He needs more time to be able to keep on injecting and produce units. He's actually brought himself back up to 76 drones. Great job here by goswser. Against 59 SCVs, the army supply right now. 42 for TaeJa, 29 for goswser.
And what's really interesting is actually goswser is going for ventral sacks and numerized carapace, which is of course your overload speed. So maybe he's realized that TaeJa is going for mech and is going to go for like a heavy drop play, because at the moment there's not much anti-air. Okay, we have some Vikings now being produced, but we've always been taught that drop play is very, very good against mech because it's so immobile, stuff like that, and you can abuse it. So I wonder if that's his goal plan here.
Yeah, TaeJa did a pretty good scan by the natural of goswser. He saw the double diffusion chamber, he saw the roach run, the baneling nest. He should know exactly what he's up against right now. And oh wow, 2 Vikings actually are gonna go on some overlord hunting here. goswser already has overlord speed. He could bring back some of his overlords to make sure he does not lose too many to these two. Aspire is on the way. 2-2 upgrades started for TaeJa. I think TaeJa is going to hit a big timing here, maybe with 2-2, maybe even before, because he's already on 144 supply at the 13 minutes and half, whereas goswser is on 149 supply. These guys are macro beasts. Look at the Vikings, man. They're so ambitious. They land in the main.
Oh my god, I didn't even see that. I still didn't get all the overlords. They actually got a queen.
And they got a couple of draws. Oh my god, they get so many kills, look.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, here we finally have some roaches to come clean with it. TaeJa does lose one Viking. He shouldn't really lose the second one, but slow reactions, it does go down. But that was a big distraction for his army to move across the map. You know, he forced the roaches to come back. He's going to get this queen in the center of the map. A nice scan getting dropped to get a lot of the creep team up, because of course you want to get that. You don't want to push on creep. And, you know, he secured the middle and got a very nice attack in position now.
Lots of hellbats, lots of tanks for TaeJa. He has to be careful. He has 2-2 on the way. If he would wait for those upgrades, it would greatly help his units deal with the army of goswser, which is pretty much only roaches with a couple banelings in support. 35 roaches, 9 zerglings, 17 banelings. And TaeJa just got vision on that army of goswser headed towards him. He has a central tower. He's just going to add a couple extra command centers for the moment and
the overlords
keep
are
on
coming
macroing.
Oh, that scan reveals everything, so TaeJa knows exactly what's up. He, of course, has next to no anti-air, so he can't do anything about the overlords. He just, you know, can't really siege up or has to give a bit of a spread with his armies. And this is going to be really, really interesting. We got a couple tanks sieged up.
Yeah, the army supply right now, 114 for TaeJa, 95 for goswser, who's going to drop on top of this tank and hellbat army. TaeJa chooses not to siege. He wants all of his units to be shooting at those roaches. Both of the players' supply right now falling very rapidly. goswser down to 30 army supply. He just restarts 23 roaches, but I mean, he's lost a huge chunk of his army, but he's actually traded quite well. There is only 5 tanks and 2 hellbats left for TaeJa.
He done a lot more damage to hellbats, but of course reducing the tank number is a very important thing. There is also a double hellbat drop into the main that's flying towards the... Nope, it's dropping again. Large drone kills getting killed. They get stacked up. Oh, that was like another 20 kills. So that was a lot of damage. And 1 hellbat does survive. It's gone back into the mineral line and we'll get about another 3 kills. Nope, it runs straight into the spine crawler. Okay, but there was a lot of damage done to the main army of TaeJa now. So there's not many tanks.
And goswser is going to engage into those tanks, which are out of position. He's going to be able to get rid of some of them, but 3 tanks behind this are already sieged. goswser will not stop here, I believe. He's going to press forward, and TaeJa's supply is very little right now compared to goswser. goswser takes the win just like that.
Wow, that was so well played.
Wow. I can't... Like, it was so close, then TaeJa got the better end of, like, this entire harass. He dropped the hellbats. He did even more damage just now. It kind of felt like goswser just went all in now, stopped making drones. He attacked, although he was taking to tier 3. He just wanted to finish the game because he thought he was behind economically. I think TaeJa was about to be on like 6 orbital commands or something.
Yeah.
Against
he hit like that super sick timing. It was just before, like, you know, you start trading your SCVs and you hit like all your production cycles and have a proper like beastie army. He kind of hit just before that, and because of the like all the tank numbers that got dropped thanks to the drop play, there wasn't enough like collateral damage to deal with the army, so that was really awesome.
Alright, we're gonna have a short break and then we'll be right back with the next game. Don't go anywhere, guys.